It's been 3 weeks since the first part of flipping Axies on the marketplace, and today we are coming out with part 2 of how I managed to make money flipping Axies on the marketplace and how I find those Axies to flip. So let's get into it. First flip that I managed to make was with this plant. Now this plant is pretty unique. It has 57 health, 31 speed, everything that you want from a plant. It's obviously not max health because it has 2 parts from a bug. Now the 2 parts that I had was leaf bug, yam, herbivore and garish worm. A pretty unique set of cards. Now the herbivore, I thought it's going to be very good because you don't really need the series. If you are running a leaf bug, you're already energy efficient enough, and it can be very helpful when you are running into poison builds because what you can do is heal up from the poison stacks. They can't really ignore you as much. The yam also very helpful with the garish. I didn't really build a full team around the yam, garish, leaf bug, so I decided it's not going to be suitable for me, but it was definitely a good buy for the price that I bought it for, as it had the eye and the ear from the plant, making it max health. The price that I paid for this particular plant was quite low actually. You can see this is my nick right here. See as it is. My X account, I had to make a new one because of the treasure, but I bought it for 0.08 ETH on September 17th. At the time it was $272, so it's not bad. A relatively small amount to pay for a pretty good plant. And then a couple of weeks later, I believe 2 weeks later, I have sold it for 0.125 ETH. So that was 50% gross profit. Now that also depends on the ETH value, but also how much we make post fee, as marketplace does take 4.25% for making any sale on the marketplace. So post fee, and with the ETH value on October 1st, this Axie has sold for $394. So $122 in profit from just flipping this one plant. It did take 2 weeks because I played it for a while, so it wasn't straight up for sale. I bought it for myself, I decided to sell it, and it did make me some profit. So that's the first flip, a pretty good one, 50%, about $122. Moving on to the second one. This is not really a flip as I didn't make any profit on it. This is something that I bought for myself, but I also want to show why I bought this and why I thought it was very good and why I decided to sell it as quick as I did for the price that I did, so you can guys learn from my mistakes as well. This particular aqua has the ear from a bird, but it has the eye from the beast. Now this puts it at 53 speed. I got really excited when I saw this card. It has a Koi, Oranda, Ronin and Double Talk. Obviously it doesn't have a 0 cost, but you don't really need it when you are facing a Terminator. Double Talk together with the Ronin played twice will destroy any reptile dusk that you face. So it was an incredibly good combo of cards to finish off the opponents that I was facing at the time. And I got really excited when I saw this set of cards, but it did have 53 speed and I ignored that. I thought it didn't really matter, but a lot of more of these cards started appearing in the arena, and you really need the eye from either an aqua or a bird to make it 55 speed. And I also saw that on the marketplace a lot more of 55 speed aquas were being bred, so I decided to take my money and run. I bought it for 0.18 ETH, which was quite a lot at the time. I believe it was $580 at the time, and I sold it on October 3rd for 0.175 ETH. So quite a bit of a loss when you think about the market fee as well as the ETH that I lost. But the thing is, Ethereum went up quite a lot during that time. So I sold this particular Axie for $567 post fee, which only makes it a $13 loss. I think I got quite lucky managing to sell this Axie with 53 speed. But the thing is, the lesson that I want to teach here is you always want to look for the best possible Axie for the arena that people are going to look for and that people are going to buy, because it's no good buying something like this if you're not sure it's going to perform well, or it's not the best possible set of cards and you're not going to flip it for a profitable price. If I was to buy it a lot lower, like someone like here bought it for 0.15, then it would probably be good good to flip, but I didn't manage to and I had to take my losses there, which was lucky on the $13, and that's the second Axie flip done. Now the third one is very, very interesting. I have learned my lesson from the Aqua and I decided to look for a beast. I've never had a beast, I never played a beast, I wanted one, and so I got one for myself. It had the eye from a bird and the ear from an Aqua, making it 45 speed, the quickest possible beast that you can have, with it having all beast cards rather than an Aqua part. So I had a pure beast with the maximum possible speed, right? And it is very unique as there's only 2 or 3 of them in existence, and I got it for like $550, which was a lot. I didn't know if it's gonna perform well because it had a Shiba rather than the hare, but I thought 120 attack, 30 shield, it's exactly the same as a hare, but it was $500 cheaper than having a hare. And I was like, there's no way just one card is gonna make that much of a difference. This is definitely a buy. This is gonna be flippable. And then I bought it on October 11th for $550 at the time, and I played it for a while. I really liked it, but the only issue I had with it was the 45 speed. I didn't have a team balanced well enough to outplay the Terminators that I was facing, which are usually Dusk Terminators that have 46 speed. But the Axie Kiss together with the dual blade, it's just such a sweet combo, especially if you go into a last stand and you manage to apply the lethal. Then the dual blade actually crits for like 401, which is insane damage when it comes to breaking through reptiles and dusks. But when it comes to the flip itself, I did manage to sell it 5 days later for 0.188 ETH, which is quite a big increase, right? You can actually get 1 Axie for this right now with the current prices. So post fee at the time, the Ethereum was worth $702, so that's $152 in profit from flipping this one Axie in about 5 days. That's really not bad. And if we look into this Axie on the Axie Tech website, you can see why it is very, very unique. In this calculator, all you really have to do is just enter the ID of your Axie, and you can see there's only 27 of them, but with 45 speed there's not that many of them unless people started really breeding them lately. And you can see there's only 2 listed and a couple have been sold, including mine on October 16th, and then later on October 22 they kind of dropped in price. Maybe they were bred a little bit more often, but everything is kind of dropping in price right now before the season 19, as people don't really know what's going to be playable. Therefore they want to get rid of those expensive Axies if they don't feel comfortable holding them for the next season. And for the final flip of this episode, we have the same exact Aqua that I used to have, which was on the second flip, but this time I didn't go for Oranda, I went for Cuckoo. Now I think having a 0 cost that provides you with some shield is incredibly important, and I also have learned my lesson again as I went for the eye from the Aqua. This time the Aqua had 55 speed. I saw it on the marketplace for 0.119 ETH and I was like, yep, this is a steal, I'm gonna take it, let's not even wait on this, and I purchased it immediately, which is at the time was $460 for this particular Axie. The double talk Ronin combo, obviously a very good one, but the Koi and the Cuckoo can also allow you to outplay some Aquas which are pure and have 57 speed. The Cuckoo also helps to trigger the Ronin, as you don't have to spend 3 energy, you can even use just 1 energy to finish off a reptile or plant, and double Cuckoo with Ronin is gonna deal like 400 and 240 damage, which is just insane. So yeah, this set of cards, I really liked it and I decided to buy it. The only reason I decided to sell it was because I'm thinking that double talk is gonna get nerfed in season 19, so I really didn't want to be left with an expensive Aqua Axie that I don't feel comfortable playing. Because it is quite low shield, but it did help me getting into like 2.5k MMR, but I didn't want to hold on to the double talk. I think it's going to be nerfed a little bit. The sleep seems a bit too much, so I just wanted to get rid of the Aqua, and I managed to flip it and sell it for $541 post fee, right? So it's about $79 in profit from flipping this particular Axie. To round out this episode, we have made 4 sales, 3 of them successful, 1 a little bit of a loss. The first Axie made us $122, the second one lost us $13, the third Axie made us $152, and the fourth Axie brought us $79 in profit, which brings this episode total profit to $340. The profit from the first video and the profit from the second video is right now standing at $676, which at current price is about 0.1413 Ethereum in profit. So we are still a bit off from the 1 Ethereum total profit. I'm not gonna give up. I'm gonna look for more Axies to flip, and I'm gonna share the journey with you, and hopefully within the next couple of episodes we will be able to bring that grand total all the way up to 1 Ethereum in profit in flipping Axies. If you guys enjoyed this episode, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, consider subscribing to the channel to be notified when another Axie Infinity content video is out, which is daily, and then comment down in the section down below what you would like to see next, and I will see you in the next one.